see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
From the opening laps, Bzeki immediately demonstrated unmatched speed. He maintained a steady race pace while withstanding pressure from his rivals. There were several intense battles in the fast corners, but Bzeki remained calm and consistent. A well-thought-out strategy and precise motorcycle control allowed him to slowly pull away from his rivals until he finally crossed the finish line in first place with a convincing lead. In second place, Jorge Martin also performed very competitively. The Spanish rider put Bezzecchi under intense pressure early in the race. Martin tried several times to find a way to overtake, but Bezzecchi's pace proved unstoppable. Despite this, Martin managed to maintain second place until the end of the race and secure crucial points for the season standings. Meanwhile, Fabio Di Gianantonio, a surprise finisher, finished third. The rider, affectionately known as Bzeki, performed impressively throughout the weekend. He maintained consistent lap times and capitalized on several key moments during the battles in the front group. This podium was a very valuable result for him and proved that he could compete with the top MotoGP riders. Behind him, Marquez had to settle for fourth place. The 8-time world champion had been involved in a fierce battle for the podium. However, in the final few laps, Marquez seemed to struggle to keep up with Di Gianantonio's pace. Nevertheless, his performance remained solid, and he secured important points for his team. The race in Brazil also demonstrated how tight the 2026 MotoGP season will be. Many riders performed quickly and consistently, making every lap feel intense. Bzecchi's victory strongly signaled that he is ready to be a serious contender for the title this season. MotoGP fans in Brazil were treated to a spectacular spectacle, with overtaking action, clever race strategies, and incredible speed from the world's best riders. This race result is sure to make the championship standings even more exciting going into the next round. With Bezzecchi's dominant performance, Jorge Martin's consistency, Di Gianantonio's surprises, and Marquez's tenacity, the 2026 Brazilian MotoGP race is shaping up to be one of the most exciting races of the season, and will be remembered fondly by motorcycle racing fans worldwide. Here's the full news. A spectacular race unfolded at the 2026 MotoGP Brazilian Grand Prix, as the world's best riders battled it out on a hot, pressure-filled track. From the start of the weekend, many predicted a very close race, and those predictions proved correct. The riders immediately demonstrated maximum speed from practice through qualifying, culminating in the main race in front of thousands of fans packed into the grandstands. When the starting lights finally went out, all the riders launched aggressively into the first corner. However, one rider who immediately demonstrated an extraordinary racing rhythm was Bzeki. The Italian rider displayed great confidence from the first lap. He maintained excellent momentum, and slowly began to build a gap over his rivals. Bzeki was not only fast, but also remarkably consistent throughout the race. Every lap he ran was stable, with precise racing lines and refined motorcycle control. Even when pressure began to mount from the riders behind him, he remained calm and made no significant mistakes. This ultimately allowed him to maintain his lead until the final lap and secure a crucial victory. Behind him, a fierce battle raged for second place. Jorge Martin was very aggressive from the start of the race. The Spanish rider tried to get close to Bzeki several times, and even closed the gap in the first few laps. However, as the race progressed, Martin seemed to focus on securing second place, while maintaining a stable tire rhythm until the end. Although he failed to secure victory, a second-place finish was still a significant achievement for Martin. He managed to collect valuable points in the increasingly tight 2026 MotoGP standings. Martin also demonstrated that he remains one of the most consistent riders this season. Meanwhile, a major surprise came from Fabio Di Gianantonio. The Italian rider, known as Bzeki, performed exceptionally throughout the race. He started the race with a smart strategy, maintaining a rhythm in the front group without pushing too hard in the early laps. While several riders began to lose performance due to tyre degradation, Bzeki was able to increase his pace. This allowed him to slowly climb the standings and ultimately secure a spot on the third podium. This result was welcomed by his team, as it demonstrated significant improvements in their performance this season. On the other hand, much attention was also focused on Marquez, who had a quite dramatic race. The legendary Spanish rider looked very competitive in several stages of the race. He even engaged in fierce duels with several of his rivals in the front group. However, entering the final laps, Marquez appeared to have some difficulty keeping up with the pace of the riders ahead. Despite this, his experience and astuteness in reading the race situation allowed him to maintain fourth place until the finish line. This result still earned him and his team important points. Throughout the race, the atmosphere on the circuit was truly extraordinary. The fans packed the stands continuously, supported their favorite riders. Every overtake was immediately greeted with loud cheers, creating a very intense and emotional racing atmosphere. Bezzeki's victory in Brazil also strongly signaled that he was in top form. He was not only fast on a single lap, but also very strong in maintaining consistency over long races. If this kind of performance continues, it is not impossible that Bzeki will be a strong contender for the World Championship this season. On the other hand, Jorge Martin continues to demonstrate that he is a serious contender. His consistency in each race keeps him in the title race. Meanwhile, Fabio Di Giannantonio's podium finishes demonstrate that the MotoGP competition is increasingly open this season, with many riders capable of surprising performances. Marc Marquez himself remains a major threat to his rivals. Although he only finished fourth this time, his experience and ability to read the race mean he always has the potential to perform even stronger in the next race. The results of the 2026 Brazilian MotoGP race have heated up the World Championship standings. With so many riders capable of competing for the front positions, each upcoming race is sure to bring an even fiercer battle. MotoGP fans around the world are now eagerly awaiting how this rivalry will develop in the next race.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad.